Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of September 22nd. And at this time I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others. And of course for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. And the hypes. And of course the lovely comments. Thank you so much for doing all of that for me. It truly is appreciated, and I do thank you. Okay. The Hermit. Taking yourself a little bit of time this week. Trying to understand what your next move is going to be going forward. Doing some soul searching. Really asking yourself the questions and using your wisdom for the answers. You're seeking the truth here. You know, asking yourself, do I belong or not here? You know, you're really doing that inner depth research. You're meditating, you're contemplating, you're following your guidance. You know there's something that is better for you, and you're just seeking the answers of how to go forward with it, how to begin it. But you already know, you have the answers, and you just needed this time out just a little bit, you know, whether it's just being in your room, watching TV, whatever helps you to step out of your mind, just temporary enough to get a different perspective on something. But you definitely need a little bit of rest here. You've been swirling around a lot of things in your mind, and now you're just worn yourself out a bit. So you needed to take this time out to think a little more clearer before you take actions. And the wheel, look at that, beautiful. Things are turning in your favor. This is a very lucky card. You know, this is karma, life cycles, destiny, in fact. This is your turning point, and you are very much in charge of this, and you realize that. You've had your ups and downs, you know, you're tired of it, and you're going fearlessly at this. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're realizing that it's time to step into this, whatever it may be for you. But you are willing to go forward from here out. You're realizing you're in the right place, the right time, and definitely taking the right actions for this dream to become a reality. And the Magician. Yeah, look at that. Woof! Action. How's that old saying go? Yeah, actions speak louder than words. That's the one. You've manifested this. This is self-confidence within yourself, and you should have. But you have clarity like nobody else this time. You're following your own willpower. You're very skilled at what you do. You know, don't think that you don't have the willpower or the knowledge, because it is in there. Absolutely beyond the shadow of a doubt. But you are really bringing something to life. Like, you know, perfect harmony, perfect balance, right place, right time. And you have brought this all this far. So this is just your beginning of your magic in your life. And the Page of Rods. Yeah, definitely a new beginning. And that's you in a nutshell, you know, in a hurry, get going, let's do this, what are we waiting on, that sort of. But you have discovered to slow it down just a tiny bit, you know. There's also limited possibilities, unlimited possibilities here. You're feeling more free-spirited about your choices, like this is what you want, nobody else has talked you into this. And this gives you the freedom to dream bigger, move farther, do more. But you're going to get some information from somebody quite unexpectedly, and it's going to give you that little extra push in the right direction to begin again, start fresh. And the Eight of Swords, yeah, well, it's unfortunate, but you have definitely held yourself back with negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions that you can't do something because, who knows, maybe you don't have the money, or you're not in the right area, or you don't want to leave something behind. But you're realizing that all that has done for you is stopped you this far from achieving what it is you wanted to do. So you're no longer playing victim to yourself, no longer feeling entrapped. Maybe somebody told you that, when you were younger, you couldn't do something. Whatever this was, you are setting out of it. Like getting out of it, taking the blindfolds off. You can see things more clear than you probably have in, maybe ever. But you are now answered your own questions. You know which way you're going forward on this. And you're stepping into this because no more holding back on what it is you want. And the Page of Pentacles. So there's finances here. There's independence, new beginnings. You're definitely investing in yourself. And that's beautiful. You wanted these financial opportunities, and here they are. And you already have the skills to accomplish them. So you planted your seeds very well here. And now the opportunities are coming at you left, right, and center. But you're okay with it because you can handle this. It is truly what you've asked for, wanted, and desired. So this new opportunity, you manifested for yourself to make your finances more sustainable for your future. And that's pretty much where you're at this week. You are really contemplating on your finances, how you can make more, how you can have more, what is your next step. So you're making some investments in yourself because you are the best investment ever. And the Fool, there you go. Beginning again. Starting over. Fresh start for all it's worth. And it's okay because it not only increases the feeling of accomplishment, but it heals and nurtures your soul. You're trusting in that life has put this before you because it's meant for you. And you're doing things almost on blind faith. You're understanding all these possibilities, new beginnings that have been put before you, or new avenues, new ventures, new opportunities. And you're willing to take them because it's what you wanted in the first place. And you're really starting to answer your own desires instead of what you think everybody else expected of you. You're not thinking about that anymore. You're starting something absolute new in your life, and you just you're excited to get going again. And you will. These are new adventures. And the Seven of Swords, moving away from people who don't treat you right. Betrayals, disappointments, don't get along with, acting up, taking credit for what you've done, and you're tired of it. You no longer allow anybody to step on your toes. You're not sharing what you're doing anymore with people. You're keeping more to yourself. You're trusting who you know you can trust, and those that you definitely can see the true colors of. You're not sharing anything. You're keeping more to yourself, and you're definitely moving in a new direction. Now, whether this is in a job or a relationship or where you live, but you are definitely getting away from all of that because there's a new beginning on the horizon for you, and you're moving in that direction. And the last thing you're going to say to all that other stuff is goodbye. Six of Cups, dreams, childhood dreams, happy memories, smiling again, just feeling more in charge, happier memories. And you're being okay with all of this. You're actually allowing yourself to laugh at yourself. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're just sitting back, realizing and thinking, boy, that was dumb. You know, those sort of laughters. Or, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But whatever it is, it doesn't matter because you're laughing about it. And you're changing. Because once you can find the humor in the mistakes of life, not only do you not repeat them, you can change them for the better in a different direction. And that's what you're doing here. You're really just starting to come out again to the world of who you really are on the inside. And the Queen of Swords, yeah, putting up boundaries. Understanding that things are not only going to change, but you're the judgment of it. You know what helps you to feel secure. So you put up clear boundaries. You're communicating what it is that you feel very clearly. Nobody's going to mistake what you're saying. You're clear-minded. You're stepping forward. You're understanding that no more is going to happen without your permission. So you're more in charge of the next step for yourself, and you're realizing that it's okay to be there sometimes, you know? And the Queen of Rods, yeah, definitely some female influences here for some of you. But they're giving you that strength back, you know, helping you along the way, showing you that you do have courage, you do have conviction, and you can do it independently. So you're really focused on your future, your determination. You have a zest more for life than you have in a long, long time. And it empowers you. And you're starting to become stronger in all areas of your life. If you don't like something, you're saying you don't like it. If you want to do something, you're doing it. But you are fully in charge of your next steps going forward. You've learned many valuable lessons this far. It took you time for you to develop this skill. But once you have it, and you do now, it will open so many more doors for your future. Look at that, the Tower. Strength, determination, understanding where you're at, and sudden changes. Things are really going to change really quickly here. You know, something shook you up or woken you to something, and it releases you from this. This sudden insight lets you see what's before you so that now you can figure out whether you want to continue on this path or get off it. Because you're realizing it's time to change. Where you're at is shaky ground. And you want to not be stressing and worrying about this stuff anymore. You want your life to go much smoother. You're realizing the only way to do that is by taking action for yourself. You've already defended yourself. You've started over. Nobody knows that, but you have already started to course correct for yourself. Ah, beautiful. And the Sun. There you go. Universe has got your back. You know, this is luck, harmony, pleasures, joy, celebration, and success. So this is your rebirth. This is, you know, your everlasting cup of fulfillment. So you're in the right place, right time, and the universe is got your back, really helping you to accomplish your dream. And boy, when it's there, it's really there. And the universe is saying, don't hold back. You know, you'll make it, and you'll be doing it so easy. It's going to make everyone else envious. So you are definitely stepping into a new direction for yourself, for your career, your finances, your living accommodations. But it is going to make you so much happier. Okay. Don't be distracted by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and efficiently. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. And there you go. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye for now.